Would have had a hot burger.
A hot dog.
A hot burger.
Burger.
Burger. Cheem speak. Barbecue.
Banana. Mork. Mashed potato.
Mashed potatoes.
French.
Gooseberries.
French fries.
French fries.
Oh my god, this music fucking... Yeah, I love this music. Okay. So yeah, Happy New Year. Happy New Year, all you guys.
Yes, Happy New Year.
We haven't assembled. Avengers have not assembled yet. This is our first time. Oh, it's January 6th. There was no riot at the Capitol. Nobody was acting like a pissy little bitch that was mad that they lost.
Huh.
Can you imagine that?
I mean, with all the snow, I doubted anything was going to happen anyway, but I wasn't thinking anything was going to happen even if there was no snow. So.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry to hear about you battling a cold, Omega. I've been hanging on to my pneumonia cough for over a month now.
That sucks.
Yeah, but it's not achy. I'm not achy like you.
Yeah, it's not fun.
I just cough in public so people think that I have COVID and they stay away from me. It's kind of great.
Serves two purposes.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. Alright. So yeah, it's the first assemblage of the church in 2025, and I hear that we're gonna have an absolutely spectacular year of
So one could say we haven't met since last year.
yes,
I've only used that joke 15 times in the last week.
It'd be interesting to have just a breakdown of how many times you use it over the course of the first week of every single year.
This was a light year.
Are you saying you weakened your efforts this year?
No, I'm just saying that. I'm just saying that there may have been a slight buzz in the air.
If you didn't catch that, that was a weak joke because it's been a week.
And in case you didn't catch it, I made a Buzz Lightyear joke and nobody fucking noticed.
Oh, don't you know, Zero? Our audience was abuzz with it.
Oh God. Speaking of Buzz Lightyear, Omega and I had a slight conversation about how Tim Allen has done the same show for 3 shows in a row now.
That's not surprising.
Yeah, it's like, why are they giving him another TV show?
Why wouldn't they?
And what's funny is he was kicked off of ABC originally because of his political views. And they're putting him back on ABC.
Like, does someone here think that, like, news organizations have some sort of, like, moral philosophy and that they're not just money-making organizations like basically everything else here?
Well, I mean, it's not a
ABC
news organization, it's a TV.
Yeah, there you go. So, yeah,
So, yeah,
exactly.
Even more so, there's no,
There's
ethics
no-
or anything beyond just making money.
There's no obligation to have any sort of consistency.
Nope.
It's just whatever makes the cash. Cash.
Money.
Give me the cash. It's a great movie. It's 2025. It's time to watch The Fifth Element again.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's not loaded. It's not loaded. You have to push the little button on the
You gotta
side here. Let me
push the button.
You'll have to let us know how this year's rewatch goes, Doc.
Why don't you just let me hang on to that? It's a very
It's a nice hat.
You like it? Oh, Luke Masam. Yeah, Masami, do you use honey?
I do.
You should
I do
stop.
in fact use honey.
Yeah, you should uninstall it like right fucking now. I was reading. It's been the big talk of YouTube and a lot of social media for the past couple of weeks because I posted the original video from whoever's channel this was. They deserve some credit.
Man, it's been all over the place. Legal Eagle is launching a class action lawsuit.
Yeah, I saw that. I watched some of Legal Eagle's YouTube videos, and I saw that one come up. I am suing Honey, and I was just, oh my god, Jesus fucking Christ, dude. Okay, so it was Mega Lag that posted the video about everything that he delved into, and I discovered that basically the main thing about Honey is that it replaces the if you click the button that says find coupons or something like that, then if you've gone to a site, if you've gone to like Newegg or Amazon or something and you've used a referral link from some YouTube, then as soon as you click the find coupons button, Honey replaces the referral code from the YouTuber and puts their own referral code in. So they were stealing money from the people that were promoting them in the first place.
Yeah, I was reading that. That's not
Shitty?
Yeah, that's pretty atrocious.
I think the word you're
to
looking for
stomach.
is shitty.
Yeah. I mean, who could... They're owned by PayPal, which I didn't realize until
Yeah.
I read that article, and I'm like, oh, that's so Google, it hurts. So...
Yeah, this past week I've been reading all the unsatisfactory experiences that people have had with PayPal over the years, and thank God I just don't pay that much attention to PayPal. Every once in a while I'll buy something, and I'll use PayPal as a payment processor, but I don't keep any money on PayPal. They've got my credit card number. That's pretty much it. But yeah, all these nightmare stories are coming out about PayPal, about how shitty their CEO... Apparently, did their CEO, like, go on some panel a month before all this shit happened and start talking about PayPal's business plans, or how well they're doing, and how well Honey has been doing? There was something that really rubbed salt in the wound that I remember from Mega Leg's video. Doesn't matter, I mean, they're shit, whatever. So, uninstall Honey, Masami.
Well, the other thing in that article, because I glanced through it because I had a few moments, is that not only are they stealing from creators, that's already shitty, but possibly even more shitty is that you click get coupons, it scans and says, oh, you've got the best deal. Sometimes they are apparently not... they are choosing the shittiest codes to apply.
Well, they're choosing their own codes.
Yeah.
Because, like, one of the things that happens with the browser extension, because it is an extension and you give it the permission to do this when you install it, if you're watching a YouTube video for your favorite YouTuber, and he's like, oh, go to this website and use our promo code for 10% off. And then you go there and you put that in, and then you click the Honey button, and not only does it wipe out their affiliate code, but it replaces their discount code with its own, which sometimes is either less or they don't even have one. So, like, it's both robbing content creators of their affiliate money while also potentially giving its users worse deals because it's wiping out the codes, like the discount codes that you might be using on your own that might be better than whatever one they have.
Yeah.
So,
There was something in that article about, like, how, like, they, there were some allusions to colluding with retailers to make sure people weren't getting as much off as they could.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's pretty I've been kind of wondering as of lately, when I was using it to scan for codes and shit like that, like, pretty sure this has worked better in the past, and so seeing this article makes me go, oh, okay, there it is. There it is. That would be why. Illusion is the answer.
Right. Yeah.
Should have seen that one coming, honestly. It went from a slightly internet secret to, mainstream. And when you sell out, we all know what happens.
Well, as soon as Megaleg's video started getting passed around on TikTok and whatever else social media exists, it blew up pretty big in the past couple weeks. So this was I'm not sure what I was doing at. Oh no, yeah, okay. So I must have noticed this Christmas morning. I posted it after or while I was sticking RAM into my computer. Yeah.
Is that what
So-
you're calling
Ramming
it?
speed?
Ramming speed. I've got 128 gigs of RAM in my fucking board. This is the most
Are you
RAM.
saying that you put your penis in the disk drive?
And then I booted up City Skylines, and it took 5 minutes to load. It
That
just
seems so fast.
It
That's a
was.
record.
It is a fucking record. It shoved everything into the RAM. It got up to 64 gigabytes, and it was just like, I don't understand what's going on, but I'm done.
Oh. So
Yeah, it
are
was
you
great.
pleased with your speed?
I am. I really am. I'm also pleased that the 24 hours that I spent running RAM tests to make sure that there was nothing faulty about the memory was not wasted, and that I'm confident that this is actually brand new RAM. It came with the little, like, the holographic manufacturer stickers on it that said October 2024, like it had just been made. Which fucking blows my mind, because this is DDR4 RAM that fits into a motherboard that's 10 years old. There's no reason why they should still be manufacturing this. But I guess they are. And it came straight from Denmark. So, anyway, it works. I'm happy. I got all that good stuff.
Ends the brakes. Apparently.
And I didn't buy it with honey.
I'm so proud of you.
Found it, yeah. Oh, and I also upgraded my processor, and because it's a 10-year-old processor, it's a 6950X now. So I'm running 10 cores, and it's just, oh god, it's so good! But, yeah, I got that off eBay. So that was another thing that I thoroughly tested once I got it. Because I don't trust China. China is asshole.
Yes.
Donald Trump, don't trust China. China is asshole. Need to put that on the soundboard.
Yeah,
I'm just
China's
saying.
asshole! Yeah, no, that's a great meme.
Did I see an article about two companies getting listed as Chinese military assets?
Oh my god, Masami, you did!
Yeah, one of them is Tencent.
U.S. has designated Tencent and Cattle as Chinese military companies. Cattle is a lithium-ion battery producer. It's the largest EV battery maker, as a matter of fact, to do business with the United States. So, yeah, obviously Tencent and Cattle are both really, they're mad. They're mad because the designation apparently doesn't impose any sanctions, and it's not banning any of the business that they do here. But there was a lawsuit for another company called DJI that was in 2022, and it sued the United States because it said that U.S. Customs is blocking its drone imports, and eventually filed a lawsuit claiming the designation has resulted in, quote, lost business deals and a stigma as a national security threat. Probably because nobody wants to do business with you when you're on this list, and probably because you are actually a national security threat. So, whatever. Yeah, I'm sure Tencent and Cal will be taking this to court. But you're right, Masami.
Well, I'm sure that Tencent loves their new designation. I'm sure nothing bad will happen during the next 4 years regarding this.
Is this some sort of sarcasm that I'm too...
This is
Yes.
this is very much sarcasm, and no, you're not drunk enough to not get it.
Good Lord, Zero.
The counter,
Good Lord.
appropriately enough, at the bottom of the screen right now, it has been 0 weeks since Doc had a drink. I reset the counter.
But how many weeks has it been since Zero played Warcraft?
8.
I started having withdrawals today. I seriously thought about reinstalling the game and paying for a subscription.
I mean, you shouldn't, and I'm proud of you that you didn't. But yeah, withdrawal is just it's a sign that, I mean, you might be slipping off the fluffy pink cloud, and
Well,
you might need
my
some...
whole thing is, after the day I had at work, it was like I needed to get into a world and kill things. And that was the
too.
easiest way to. Well, no.
No.
I'm not trying to start heroin yet.
Do you not have assholes? Do you not have veins in your forearms?
Yeah, I mean, yes, I do, and they're quite nice, actually. They roll. Or so the phlebotomists tell me every time I go to have my blood checked. But it's one of those things. The day I had at work, we were four people short. It had iced, so everybody and their brother was calling. All of our offices were closed for half a day. So it was just an absolute shit show. And I was just like, I want to play Warcraft. Because for me, it's a cozy game. It's something I can just get in, play for a couple of hours, and be okay. But I didn't do it. Because then I remembered that Monday Night Raw was debuting on Netflix tonight, and I got excited. So
That's actually, that's a good way to deal with it, is distract yourself with some other serotonin-induced activity.
Did they wholesale move Netflix, or was this a special?
this is the Netflix era. They are no longer on USA Network on Monday nights. Netflix paid like $5 billion to get the rights to Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, I was about to say that's pretty big.
You've got to think. I think Michael Cole said earlier that it was January 11th, 1993.
Oh wow!
It started on USA and has run for like some 1,500 plus episodes.
Yeah,
Or 1,453. And today's episode marks the first time that it has not been on the USA Network in 30 years.
wow. I mean, in addition to like all the cash that Netflix just pulled from somewhere, do you think this is, because I've been paying like halfway's attention whenever you've been talking wrestling, do you think this would have ever happened if Vince was still in charge of the company, or do you think this might be?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Absolutely not. Vince was about the money, but he was also about the networks, because he would rather not move it off because he was comfortable.
Well,
Yeah.
And he
also,
did everything old school.
He was old school too, and that's the way it had always been done. So, you know,
I mean,
that's the way it's always been done. So let's keep doing it that way. Is kind of.
In January of 26, they just announced tonight, January of 2026, they are going to have the first ever of the big four pay-per-views. You've got the Royal Rumble, SummerSlam, Survivor Series, and WrestleMania. The big four. And for the first time in WWE history, the Royal Rumble will be held in Saudi Arabia.
Oh wow!
Yes, in Riyadh. So they
Is this to kind of a touch to like UFC fighting, because that occasionally happens in like Dubai or wherever?
Well, they're the same company now.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, that makes
TKO
sense.
Holdings owns both WWE and and UFC. So
That makes sense then. Makes sense. Wasn't paying that close attention, apparently.
Yeah. Well, we talked about it, I think, 1 or 2 podcasts after it happened, and that was like last year, early last year, late 23, early 24.
I don't remember wrestling.
But like I said to Omega earlier, the one thing that makes me the happiest is that I'm not seeing Logan Paul's Prime logo anywhere on the mat. I think he's still one of the sponsors, but Netflix is paying them so much money that they are wanting to kind of, distance Raw from Logan Paul's brand.
Just smart.
Even though he's going to be wrestling again. Stupid. Stupid. Just stupid.
So when you said that, all I thought of in my head was his brand.
My brand.
Look with your special eyes.
Special eyes. Now I want to go play Mass Effect Andromeda. Thank you.
Hey, yeah, no, it's a great game. It's a fantastic alternative to WoW.
It really is. And if I mod the shit out of it, I can actually make it good.
Also, Zero, I wish to challenge you to think of other games other than WoW that fits the I just need to kill something urge, and you have that list on a post-it note attached to your monitor, and that way when you get that urge, you go, oh wait, I can actually go and play that, and that will satisfy that same
let's see here.
serotonin.
I have Division 2 installed. I just have to make it to March. All I have to do is make it to March 6th. That's it. I just have to make it to March 6th. And then on March 6th, from March 6th on, for probably a good 6-8 months, I will be preoccupied every single day that I am sitting in my office playing video games by the Suikoden 1 and 2 remasters.
Oh, Suikoden!
So...
I
just have to make it long enough. I have to make it 2 more months.
You can do it. We believe in you.
We're here to support you in your pursuit of recovery.
Yeah. Well, if Leetness keeps trying to push PoE on me, I swear to God. Because I started playing V Rising again, and I posted how fun that was because Omega said he was looking for another game, and I was like, yeah, play V Rising. It's actually a pretty fun game. And then Omega or Leetness pointed out, it's an isometric ARPG that's kind of like PoE 2. And I'm like, no, Leetness, I'm not going to play PoE 2. I love you, Leetness, but no, I'm not playing PoE 2.
But you should play PoE 2.
If somebody buys it for me, I will play it.
It's free
until I get, and no, it's not. Currently, it is $30.
Oh, they're still doing that early access bullshit?
Yep.
Yeah, it's still in EA.
Oh, fuck that. Yeah, no. Well then, yeah, screw it. What other fun free games? Oh, Supermarket Together. Yeah, we should just get back into that. There have been a bunch of updates. He updated it again this week.
I've seen the updates. Yeah, I know. I've got it set for automatic updates, and every time I log into Steam, it updates.
God bless that crazy dev. That crazy Eastern European. I don't know where he's from. I keep on thinking he's from Serbia or something, and he's just, yeah. He's a tiny software developer.
It's a one-man team, isn't he?
He is a one-man team. Yeah, it is a one-man project.
I mean, it's not a bad game.
He's just doing it for fun. No, it's a great game. And there's the thing that blows my mind is that there are other supermarket games just like that on Steam that cost like $10-20, and none of them look as good. So it's just, yeah, it's really weird. And the thing that is most strange to me is that they're using a lot of what look to be the same assets a supermarket together, like shelves and
Yeah.
checkout counters and shit like that. And I'm wondering, are those just like basic assets that are included in Unreal 5?
Could be.
I have no idea how that's working. But,
Well, it's like a trading card game store simulator.
yeah, a lot of the assets of a lot of the shelves and shit.
Same.
Yeah.
Now, you have stinky customers in that game, but that's just realism.
Yeah, that's
You also-
absolutely realism.
You know what's not realistic though is that there are machines in that game that reduce the stinkiness. That you can't do that in real life. You can't ask a filthy basement dweller to come in and will you sit right by this machine that's going to absorb your stink? Thanks.
No, what's unrealistic is having a shower and expecting them to use it.
Oh.
Acceptable.
I'll tell you this. I will tell you this. Actually, the local game store here, Blade Gaming, that I go to, that I used to play D&D at a lot. They have Magic tournaments every single week, and they have started kicking people out if they do not smell. If they are not clean, is the way that they put it. It is one of the rules. It states that cleanliness is a requirement, and that if you have a smell that is strong enough, or any hygiene that is able to be smelled by more than half of the store, you have to leave.
No shirt, no shoes, no shower, no service.
Yeah, pretty much. Good on them. I appreciate that, because I went in there before they started doing that. They just had like the random Yu-Gi-Oh tournament here and there. And there were a couple of people who would come in there, and they were just disgusting creatures. Just, ugh.
I just looked at the loop that you set up, Omega. What in the ever-loving fuck is it supposed to accomplish?
Which one?
The one that you were just okay. So you
Which
have
one right
red, you have red, green, blue, and gray, and they're being split up there, and then they're being joined back together.
Well, yeah, because now it's running continuously. Before, this amount was too much to join to this one. So now I'm cutting this in half, and then it's getting dispersed among all three of these conveyor belts.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Never mind.
Oh, it's Topanga!
This game is fucking excellent. Just to watch, it looks like you're creating circuits essentially. If you zoom out,
Yeah.
looks like you're finding new and creative ways to interact with a processor, and that's your hub. Anyway, love it. Oh, you know what game studio is not having a great year, though, and this will be hilarious when it happens. Ubisoft, current financial position hints towards bankruptcy in 2025. And this was a Tech for Gamers review that I posted last year. But yeah, Ubisoft has apparently lost around 80% of its total value in the last 5 years.
Oh wow!
And I didn't realize it had lost that much of its value. I was at one point paying attention to their stock, and they have a nice little picture of the 5-year graph over here in this article. But yeah,
It's a nice descending line.
It's a fucking crash in 2021. It just sort of from 2021 to 2022. It's just like that was where shit got real bad, and then there's one part in 2022 where it bottomed out. It just hit bottom.
Wow.
And it's been going down. It went up a little bit in 2023, but it's gone down. It's an all-time low at the end of 2024. So that's why they're predicting that... Oh, just in the past year, it lost 47% of that value. But everybody is predicting that Ubisoft is going to file for bankruptcy, or it's going to get bought up or absorbed into Tencent this year.
So here's my thought, and this has been happening more and more with major video game companies. They've been getting bought up by one of the two, Xbox or Microsoft or Sony. I look for Ubisoft to go to Sony. They will get bought up by Sony in a heartbeat.
Possibly. There's another thing. Oh, Omega has actually a fantastic conspiracy theory about the other article that's been posted here. I'll throw this up for a second. So Steam users actually review bombed Assassin's Creed Origins recently because of a Windows update that bricked that game. It made it impossible to play, and not just Assassin's Creed Origins, but also Valhalla and a couple other Ubisoft titles, Star Wars Outlaws.
Wow.
Which, here's the thing.
That game was trash to begin with.
Yeah, Star Wars Outlaws did not perform as well as Ubisoft, which is a nice way of saying that it fucking crashed and burned. The games that they're mentioning here, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Assassin's Creed Origins, these are games that are years old. These are old games, and these are the games that people are still playing. These are the Ubisoft titles that people are still playing. Modern audiences, whatever the fuck that's supposed to mean, apparently couldn't give a shit about the new titles that Ubisoft is putting out. And my prediction is just that Assassin's Creed Shadows is gonna fucking bomb because Ubisoft shit the bed so fucking hard with that game.
Well, the big issue is like they don't market for shit. They just don't.
But they do though. They're all of the Assassin's Creed Shadows game, when it was scheduled for launch in November of 2024, it was all over Twitter. Like, it had a social media presence. People were hyping it up, and there were like YouTube ads and shit like that. So yeah, those are out there. It does try to market. It's just that for Shadows in particular, they couldn't have done a shittier job. That was the no-brainer. That was the fucking no-brainer of the Assassin's Creed franchise. People like me who have been playing, I quit after Assassin's Creed Rogue. I haven't played a single one since. But I played the first, 6, 7 games? And the whole time, everybody was always talking about, when are you going to do an Assassin's Creed game set in feudal Japan? Because that's the perfect fucking setting for it. It was such a no-brainer. And Ubisoft comes out and does the fucking Yasuke shit, and the shit the bed so fucking hard. How could they have been that fucking stupid? But yeah, sorry, anyway. So they do market, it's just that they're fucking imbeciles.
They are out of touch with their market base, perhaps?
Yeah, they have no fucking idea. And yeah, that's the other thing too about Assassin. So Shadows has come under a lot of fire from left and right for whatever reasons, and there are people arguing over and bitching over. Most people are missing the point. If you're a conservative and you want to call Assassin's Creed Shadow a bunch of woke bullshit, you actually have a pretty strong argument to make there. Because the historical data that people actually know about that are talking about the one black guy who's mentioned in feudal Japan, all that stems from three documents from the court stenographer from the court of Odinaga. That's it. That's what we got, and they're really not that specific. They really don't go into very much stuff. So if you want to have that conservative attitude and you want to call this woke bullshit, yeah. Unfortunately, you really do. You have kind of an argument there. On the other hand, if you want to be a salty liberal and you want to say, "Oh, you're just racist because you don't want to see the black guy in your video game," how about the massive underrepresentation of Asian men in media, in television shows, in movies, in video games? How about that?
Yeah.
You're shoving Asian representation aside, and you're favoring this one black guy who was in Japan to murder people? Is that a great image? Is that what you want? So it's a shit show on both sides.
To be fair, census data does show that Asian Americans make a lot more money than every other class in the United States. So that's how they justify it. I am not joking. That is the argument I have heard.
No way.
Yes.
It's fine that we don't pay attention to them because it's fine we don't pay attention to them because they make money.
Wow.
God damn. I've never heard that one.
Yeah, I heard that and I turned the video off that I was watching. I was like, no. Nope. Not gonna. Nope. Not gonna give that one any. I'm not gonna give that video any more watch time. Does not deserve it.
There's videos that I will watch and I will go, no, so hard that not only do I turn it off, I go into my watch history and delete it. Because I don't want the algorithm to deliver me any kind of crap like that.
Yeah, can you tell YouTube that you know more of this?
That's basically how you do it. That's basically how you do it.
Jesus. I got on a completely unrelated note, I got recommended a YouTube channel called, what is it? I think it's China Uncensored. And it sounded like an interesting concept when this person was describing it to me, because they're just like, it's this guy who does all these videos about all the shit that happens in China that is like fake, or that, you know, the Chinese misrepresent something, or they try to present something in a way that is untruthful. I was like, oh, that's interesting. I went there. It's full of fucking clickbait. It's full of, this will destroy the Chinese economy. It's like, China's going to rule the world in 2 years. Wait, one video after another. First of all, China's economy is going to be destroyed in the next 5 years, and then the next video is about how China's going to rule the world in 10 years. What? So that was yeah, that's another thing where I'm just I wish that YouTube didn't even know that I knew that this channel exists.
Communism works if you're hungry, okay? So, but you know, I'm just saying. No, it's awfully hilarious that there are channels like that, and I have seen that back and forth. You know, some channels will be like, "Oh no, you know, this is gonna happen," but then like 2-3 videos later, it's like, "This is gonna happen," and it's completely contradictory to what they said 2 weeks ago.
Consistency doesn't matter. You just have to push out content. That's all that matters. Yeah. Push that content out.
The algorithm matters.
Shit. So yeah, we were talking about Ubisoft. We were talking about how their old games are the only ones people are playing, or the new games fucking suck. Yeah, Omega, to get back to your brilliant conspiracy theories. Zero, you said that you think Ubisoft's going to be bought by Sony. I think Omega's conspiracy theory is that Windows is deliberately picking on Ubisoft to tank their stock price and do a hostile takeover. Did I get that right?
Basically. They're deliberately making... this Windows update accidentally broke things. How could that have happened? All of your games are getting review bombed. Oh no.
I mean, it is a little suspicious that it did it to specifically Ubisoft games, so I can see that's actually that's interesting to then snipe it from Sony, like Doc was maybe theorizing.
Oh no, this is Omega and Zero. I don't have any original.
Okay.
Like
Zeros.
Excuse me. God damn.
I don't have any original thoughts. What are you talking about?
I really want to fucking just get over this cough. I am tired of coughing.
Yeah, I get it.
So, the article, just briefly, this article is talking about Assassin's Creed Origins. So a lot of people probably went into this and thought, well, why are you review bombing a game when it's Microsoft's fault? It's a problem that is exclusive to Ubisoft titles, to a handful of more like recent Ubisoft titles that have been released in the past 7-8 years. This is because Ubisoft is bad at just making things. This is poor code. So that is why people are getting pissed off, and that is why you could, if you wanted to, just go after Ubisoft and be like, Jesus fucking Christ, is it even spaghetti code if your spaghetti is, like, made out of hair?
That's why they call it angel hair pasta.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You walked into that one.
I know I did. You were right to take advantage.
You gotta imagine the possibilities, Doc.
Unacceptable.
Yep. I agree.
Straight to jail.
I concur, soundboard man.
Straight to jail.
I'm good on a jail-free card.
Damn
I
it!
didn't sell you that. You didn't give me Boardwalk, remember?
Oh, they'll be so bored then.
I-
Constantly being foiled by your Monopoly shenanigans.
you know what? Is there a Monopoly video game out there?
Yes.
Yes.
I think we should all buy the Monopoly video game and play
Oh my
that.
god!
I would like
Kingdom
to,
Zero.
but it's made by the same developer that made Uno, and I can't fucking get online Uno to work. I really,
Hang on.
really
So you mean...
wanted to play Uno with all you guys.
Wait, hang on. Hang on. Who developed the Uno game?
Ubisoft.
Thank you. It's a fucking horseshoe.
You're
One
right.
end to the other. It is a horseshoe.
You're right.
Fucking horseshoe theory every time.
You're absolutely right. God damn it. So, yeah. If Ubisoft gets gobbled up by Sony or Microsoft, who the fuck knows? Because the only reason that you would buy Ubisoft at this point is because they own the rights to Tom Clancy's name and the Assassin's Creed franchise. Those are the only two things that they have going for them anymore, and I don't think that they had any more plans to make another Anno game. Usually when Anno comes out, it's fairly well received. Anno 1800 was not fairly well received because fucking DLC shenanigans. Jesus. Yeah, so it's going to be a banner year for Ubisoft. Just get ready for that company to tank. And oh, did you guys know that this year Popeye and Tintin are now in the public domain?
Ooh, we should buy them.
So, well, no, they're in the public domain. Anybody can use them. So we can make our own Popeye game now if we want, or our own Popeye movie. Which, by the way, there's a Popeye movie coming out. It's called Shiver Me Timbers.
All that. I
Yep.
saw that and I want to see it because it looks awful.
It's going to be a horror movie. It's a comedy horror movie that is coming soon. It will release on April Fool's Day this year.
That
Yeah, I
sounds
think it's gonna be
appropriate.
great. I
Yeah.
don't know why I think it's going to be horrible, Zero. I think it's going to be amazing.
It's going to be, yeah, it's going to be like the Winnie the Pooh horror movie that nobody saw. But everybody talked about, including us. Blood and Honey is the name or some
Yep.
shit. Yeah.
Yep.
And also in this Verge article, I thought it was cool. They have a list of other works that are all entering the public domain this year. And Skeleton Dance from Disney's Silly Symphonies short film, Alfred Hitchcock's first sound film, which was called Blackmail, Ernest Hemingway's A Farewell to Arms, and Agatha Christie's Seven Dials Mystery, all in the open domain, and various works from Salvador Dali, including Illuminated Pleasures, The Accommodations of Desire, and The Great Masturbator. And if you are wondering, what is The Great Masturbator? That's a great question. It's this painting that I'm going to put up on screen right now. This was done in 1929. It is oil on canvas. It is part of the Surrealist movement, and there are several notable features about this, just from an art history perspective here. Salvador Dali, famous surrealist painter, this Great Masturbator might imply to some people that there is a sexual connotation to this. However, especially because, there's on the bottom center, there's a very small couple. They look to be embracing. Also, you have this female figure who has a flower in front of her, and her nose is right up in the junk of a guy who's wearing, like, spandex or something like that. So, yeah, there's sexual connotations to it. However, it's worth pointing out that Salvador Dali, as a man, or as a child rather, was exposed by his father to a book, a medical book that was full of pictures of people who were in advanced stages of sexually transmitted diseases. So, as a child, he was horrified and fascinated by looking at this book, which had pictures of people's genitals that were in all various states of decay and just like rot and awful. But that stayed with him, and he actually wrote about it later on in his life, how he, throughout his adolescence and his adult life, he always sort of equated or linked sexuality with decay or with rot, and this is actually a feature in a lot of his artworks. So, The Great Masturbator might actually be less a commentary on sexuality and you know the romantic implications of sexuality that we associate with, and might be more a commentary on death and decay, as indicated by, you have a locust on the bottom here that is typically a symbol of consumption, and also you have ants that are coming off of here and that are sort of congregating on the insect there. Also notably a symbol of sort of consumption, and they eat nasty shit and trash that's found on the floor. So it's an absolutely fascinating piece of artwork, and if you have any more questions, you should go to your local library, and they have lots of great books that will teach you more about the surrealist movement of the early 1900s and about Salvador Dali. So yeah, just go to your local library, except if you're in South Dakota, because Kristi Noem is a cunt.
Why, thank you, Doc. That's a very nice shout out. I was actually going to say, in St. Petersburg, Florida, they have the Salvador Dali Museum, where they have a good portion of his original artwork. I do remember
That's
that
right.
one now that I see that. I've been there once, so.
Anyway, that's my art history rant. That was a long way to go for a cunt joke.
You got there. You got there.
Good times.
Oh, man.
It came to fruition eventually.
So yeah, anyway, Popeye's in the public domain. There's going to be a comedy horror movie called Shiver Me Timbers coming out in April. I'm sure we'll all watch it.
You know what? Let's have a Discord streaming party.
Oh, a streaming party?
Specifically for that.
Yeah. I could probably get it. I wonder if it's released in theaters or if it's coming out like direct to streaming. If it's direct to streaming, yeah, we can do it day one.
Direct to streaming, I have a feeling. Because Blood and Honey did not hit theaters.
Oh, shocking, it didn't?
No, probably because of the dire lawsuit implications.
Mm-hmm.
Because Disney does get sue happy.
Thought you were going to say probably because of the implied rape that Pooh did.
Well, I mean,
yeah, there was a lot of dark subject matter in that Winnie the Pooh horror movie. But you know what? That's what modern audiences respond to. Is taking these innocent things from our childhood and then juxtaposing them against awful, awful things. Can't wait until the Goofy movie. They'll fucking do it again.
Where's my money?
It always amazed me how South Park got away with that Mickey Mouse impression.
Yeah.
Because I can't imagine what it must be like to work for the official attorney's office for South Park Studios. It must just be, like, you must have some extremely talented people working there who are also nuts.
Anyone at all that a company is going to, like, accept the fair use argument from, it's going to be South Park.
But
yeah,
only because they have been
can't.
sued so many times, and they've won every time. That's the only reason why. Like, otherwise... Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, they have been, but at this point, like, they've pretty much proven that they're immune to being...
Right. Right, yeah, no, we're saying the same thing.
Threatened, so...
Scientology comes after them and they just brush it off. That's a great example of when they literally had an episode where it was just, I think it was Kyle at the end of the episode just screaming, "Come on, you pussies, sue us!"
Yeah.
It was, right in front of, like, Tom Cruise and John Travolta were in the background, and it was Kyle just screaming right into the camera, "Sue us, you bastards! Come on, fucking do it!" and Scientology did, and South Park won.
Does Scientology ever win? I don't think I've seen them win a single lawsuit outside of the IRS lawsuit. That's the only one I've ever seen them win, and that's the only one that ever really mattered.
I don't know if they win or not. I know that they go after a lot of smaller people who can't. They pile on. They bully. Like, so if you're a target like us, we don't have a legal department. If someone was like to come after us for, I don't know what the fuck they would come after us for, but yeah, we're like in some target like that because or excuse me, we're in some position like that because we like don't have the money to go to court and fight it. So that's who Scientology goes after. I
thought you were our legal department, Doc.
Yeah, I keep on passing it off to Leetness, and Leetness keeps on passing it off to me, so I forget which one of us is heading the legal department this week.
We'll have to ask him. Hi, future Leetness.
So there isn't much information about how many lawsuits Scientology has won, but there's information about Scientology's legal status in various countries. Greece has been, Scientology got shut down in Greece. Spain, Scientology has been indicted in Spain.
What is this, Spain?
Scientology's activities have been restricted in Russia. Sweden, Scientology has been rebuffed by Sweden's highest court. Norway, Scientology has been expelled from college campuses. Canada, Scientology has been convicted of crimes in Canada. Most European countries, Scientology has been denied status as a charitable organization or a religion. The United States gave them religious status, which is fucking dumb.
Yeah. And now they own Clearwater, Florida. So there you go.
Yes, the lovely city of Clearwater.
Yes, it's actually right next to St. Petersburg. Like, immediately adjacent to. Like, sometimes you pass from one to the other and you don't even realize.
Oh my goodness. I forget where I read that the first time, but I was blown away. They literally own the town of Clearwater, Florida, including the police department.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you have Scientology police. Why does your religion need police? Is my question.
Right. Well, that's like the FLDS out in Utah, I think.
Mm-hmm.
They own.
Yes, Utah.
Yeah, they own the police in Short Creek.
Yeah.
And I mean, we all see what happened with them. Warren Jeffs being wanted by the FBI.
Hey, if God didn't want us to be polygamous, then he would have made it a crime.
He kind of did.
He kind of did.
Just saying.
It's not one of the Ten Commandments. There's nothing in the Ten Commandments about not getting righteous poon.
I mean, okay, so let me be clear when I say this, and the church condemns this entirely. Not children.
Oh, wait, does the, where, okay, this is shit that we should be talking about on the after show, by the way. Where exactly in the Bible does it say not kids?
Hey, I'm not gonna get into the theological argument with you because you're probably way more versed in it than I am. But
if it's in there, I don't know about it. If it's in there, yeah, I wish somebody would point it out. I'm of the impression that it's not in there. Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a great way to get yourself put on a list, Zero. Google, where in the Bible does it say not to rape kids? That's a great way to get, yeah.
No,
Google's
I'm being very just PC like, without Googling this.
Google's like, what now?
Oh, no, it definitely says there's no direct mention of,
yeah, of PDFs?
Yeah, PDFs in the Bible.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
If it's in there, I don't know about it. Man, every single religion's so fucked up. Why do we even have...
God, it's true.
Why can't we, like, 40K is not a thing that anybody should aspire to. Like, you should not try to create the Empire of Man. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that the Emperor had good ideas. That's so fucking awful.
Oh, that's great. Oh God, I cannot wait for the show to come out. And I hope that they get Carl Urban in some capacity.
Wouldn't that be great?
Because he deserves to be one of the sons.
Oh yeah, you wanna get him as one of the Primarchs?
Oh, 100%.
Who the hell would he be? Oh, he could be fucking Lupus.
Yes,
yeah,
100% he could be Lupus.
Yeah. No, there's great.
Now do we know or have any idea on who Henry Cavill is going to be playing?
He's there isn't, and again, I've been paying attention to the rumor mill for this for a little while, but no, it's all rumors, and there's no definitive anything like that. People are saying that, oh my God, he would be the perfect Emperor of Man, and like, yeah, but that wouldn't be a 40K show. That would be a 30K show, because that's he's going back quite a bit if he's actually playing the Emperor. So no, all people are falling back on is that he loves the Custodes, and I forget the other one, I'm not going to be able to remember it. So no, short answer, no. Nobody knows what he's going to be. If he's even in the show. I mean, we're assuming he's going to be in the show, but right now he's executive producer.
He's going to be in the show.
Yeah. I don't know, maybe he'll be the angelic representation of the Emperor.
Or,
but
he could
that would
he
not
could
be
do
canon.
like what Mel Brooks did and just do like small bit parts here and there.
he could be the janitor in one scene. I can't believe I need to clean up all this blood and gore every single goddamn day. He can be the guy who leads the Psychers into the chamber beneath the Golden Throne. So like, I don't know what goes on in there, but there sure is a lot of screaming. No, not sure. Not sure. But yeah, it will be interesting to see how they deal with the show, because there's a lot of shit in 40K that I just don't see flying on TV. Even on a streaming show.
Who would play Horus, though?
Horus is... Oh, that's a tough one. It's too bad, It's too bad, God, what was his name? Ray... he played Titus Pullo in HBO's Rome. Ray Stevens, I think, was his name. It's too bad that he's not still alive. He passed in his 50s. He died young, but he would have been great for Horus. Who else? You don't really want anybody mainstream. You really don't want to... I mean, I suppose you could go way out there and you could get Joaquin Phoenix to shave his head and gain 40 pounds and have him try and be Horus, because he would bring a level of insanity to that man that is just over the top. But that's a very specific Horus after a very specific time period. And again, you're talking about 30K, not 40K.
Yeah.
Salamanders is a no-brainer if you want the Primarch of the Salamanders to be Idris Elba.
Oh, 100%. So let's see here. Only names that I see that really ring a bell to me: Conrad Kersey, Tom Hiddleston.
Nah.
Gilliman Thomas Jane, I could see that. The guy who played
Thomas Jane
Punisher.
Thomas
he played
Jane
the Punisher
is
in
who?
the first. Is it Gilliman?
Oh God. Rubber Filament? Yeah.
Yeah. And then Magnus the Red is Benedict Cumberbatch.
Oh God, no! Please
Cumberbunch?
Mhm.
no. Dick Cumberbunch.
Who is this?
I have
Christopher
nothing-
Judge.
Nothing against him.
Oh.
Christopher Judge would be real
Vulcan?
good. Yeah. No, Christopher Judge is a good pick. Wait, who'd you say that he was speculated to be?
Vulcan. This is a fan
Ah.
casting from Reddit.
Okay, alright, yeah. Then, yeah. Fuck Reddit. But yeah, that
Jason
would be...
Momoa's Korn.
No, oh God, come on. Just leave Jason Momoa alone.
No, we need Ron Perlman as Korn. Just
Ron, you know what? Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
yep. Never have to see his face. Just always helmet. Always chaos.
The voice. All you need
Yeah.
is that Ron Perlman voice. Yeah.
Right.
Christ. Yeah, you know what? Now I'd actually like Ron Perlman to be in the 40K project. If we even get... See, that's the thing. If Korn shows up in your show, the universe is very close to ending. Like, that's some really fucking serious shit. When a Chaos God shows up,
Yeah.
maybe somebody gets lost in the warp and, you go and you whatever. Well, no, because you don't just bump into Korn. He's not the guy who converts you. It's like you do your own shit and then you get something that you do something that is so fucking awful that it gets his attention, and that's how you meet Korn.
No, the only one who shows up to convert you personally is I believe Slanesh.
Slanesh, yeah.
And that's just because she a horny girl.
I heard there was heresy and I came as fast as I could.
I'm here too.
Also, I'm here. Yeah. Yeah. Look, she puts a personal touch into her work, and you have to admire her for that. How the fuck did we start talking about this anyway?
I don't know.
Yeah, it was better than talking about what's in the Bible.
It's true.
Just quickly.
The Bible is just Christian manga.
Yeah. Oh. Well.
Oh, yeah.
There's
Badger for that joke.
Yeah, there's some stuff in there. So anyway, yeah, Path of Exile 2 had a security crisis after hackers raided players' accounts and steal their valuables. So nobody here is playing PoE 2 anymore. So this doesn't really matter. High future lateness. And I wanted to bring up this article that Omega posted because this is fucking awesome. Russia admits its homegrown consoles can't match the PS5 or the Xbox Series. Did you know this was a thing?
I saw this and I was like, wait, Russia has their own consoles?
I had no fucking idea. I'm so happy that you shared this.
I love the subtitle on this. Unsurprisingly.
Yeah.
Just that word. That's it.
Yeah.
Just one word. Like I saw that in the article and I was crying. I was laughing so hard at just that one word.
So basically what they invented here was there were two devices being created. One of them wasn't very powerful. I assume it was going to be like sort of like a desktop, like an Xbox or a PlayStation. But one of them was a $45 device that streams games from the cloud. If that sounds familiar, it's because it's called Google Stadia, and it was done 10 years ago. And they couldn't get it to work in Russia. Even though we've already figured out how to do it. They couldn't get it to work.
Well, to be fair, we couldn't figure out how to get it to work either, because Google killed Stadia.
But they didn't kill it because they couldn't figure out how to do the technology. They killed it because it wasn't profitable at all. And people, honestly, it wasn't very popular.
Nobody liked it.
So, and you're right in that there was a technology problem with it too, and that there was lag. Like people who didn't have Google Fiber had to deal with a couple milliseconds of lag, and when you're playing a video game, that can be a deal breaker, even though it sounds like nothing. But yeah, anyway, this is so adorable.
Yeah,
Oh, and
it really is.
the other thing was that the console it was supposed to use or is supposed to use a domestic operating system. So they were trying to invent their own operating system instead of just they in this article they say it's undecided whether or not this will be Aurora or Alt Linux. Like, yeah, why wouldn't you just use a Linux distro in the first place? Like, Steam didn't try to reinvent the wheel. Steam just is like, oh, Linux is free. Yank. So yeah, anyway, great article. Thank you for posting this.
Glad you enjoyed it.
I wonder what Russian exclusive games will be available on their 2 gaming machines.
Venture Communist, the mobile sensation.
Venture Communist.
I think that's actually a game. Actually,
I like
Yeah,
the sound of that.
There's 2 of them. There's Venture Communist and Venture Capitalist.
What's the name of the Russian version of Captain America that was in that awful Black Widow movie?
Red Guardian.
The Red Guardian. Yeah, there you go. You can make a whole video game off that.
Look, as much as bad as the Black Widow movie was, which actually I did watch it not too long ago, he was the highlight of that movie.
Oh, yeah,
but I
definitely.
think it's the actor. I think it's the actor more so than the character.
No,
because
actually, I say it's both because the character was really like he was the best part of that movie, absolutely. But one of the reasons why I loved him so much and I thought he was the best part of that movie was because he was like a dad. He was acting like a dad. He wanted to be a part of his daughter's lives, and at the same time, he was doing embarrassing dad stuff, like he wanted to wear the costume everywhere. He was like the character I thought was pretty great, and the guy who played it, I think nailed it. I really liked it. But the rest of the movie was just full of inconsistencies. Like there's this whole, is it in one of the? It's in one of the Avengers movie where Natasha Romanoff gives this big emotional speech to Bruce Banner, I think, about how she's had a what's it called? There's a name for the operation when you take out a uterus.
Hysterectomy.
Yeah, she's had a hysterectomy and she can't have children, and it was done because, you know, the philosophy was that maybe a child would be the one thing that a mother would prioritize more than a mission, and it was a big emotional scene, and they made a big deal about it. And then the Black Widow movie comes along, and it's a joke scene where her and her sister are describing how they have their uterus scooped out, and it's played off as a gag. It's like, wait, I thought this was supposed to be horrible. But yeah, no, just the movie's full of stuff like that. And the other part at the end was that, like, very not disguised at all. We were talking about, like, Big Bad in the movie turns out to be basically Harvey Weinstein. Like, they don't even try to hide it. It's just like it's definitely supposed to be a Harvey Weinstein-esque character. Definitely. Which, you know, kind of appropriate given the subject matter. So yeah, Russia, they can do a whole video game on the Red Guardian. Why not?
Look, can we at least have Ubisoft produce it?
I hope so.
Maybe that's what it is. Russia's gonna buy Ubisoft.
It's just Russia.
This is a giant psyop, and we all are meant to think that Sony or Microsoft is going to buy it, but it's actually going to be Russia.
Zero, I think you're rushing into this.
Oh God, nope.
That's a 3-pointer.
Damn it.
That was great.
Oh, I'm glad you think so.
It pained me in my. I'm having chest pains.
Oh, good.
Well,
I'll call the ambulance for you.
Please don't. Just let it happen.
Zero, if you are having chest pains,
Um,
then you might consider having yourself a delicious bottle of Poland Springs natural spring water. Or you could, at least, if Nestle wasn't facing a massive class action lawsuit against people who are suing them for calling Poland Springs water natural Poland Spring water, even though it doesn't come from a spring, and they are basically filtering tap water. And Nestle tried to get this thrown out of court at the end of last year, and the judge, turns out, will not dismiss the lawsuit claiming Poland Spring water is not from a spring. So fuck you, Nestle. Just want to throw that in here, because we frequently say fuck you, Nestle. The people who believe that water should not be free. But it is worth pointing out that Poland Spring was sold off in, I think, 2017 or something. So it's actually owned by Tampa, Florida-based Primo Brands, following multiple corporate transactions. But customers are still going after Nestle because fuck you, Nestle.
I prefer Hershey's. There's something wrong with them too, I'm sure. But
they're also pretty terrible. That's the whole child slave labor thing.
The water.
Also, Masami's also right. Yep.
And what they're doing to the water, yeah.
I will say this. For out of so I'm gonna change topics, but I'm gonna actually stick with water on this one. I got 2 Christmas gifts that really made me extremely happy. One was my new Ninja Foodie Grill XL it's the smart grill that comes with the meat thermometer that made cooking steaks just chef's kiss.
Yeah, the more that you say about that, the more sexual it gets.
Yep. I know. Why do you think I'm continuing to say it? Anyway.
Are you saying it wasn't a mistake?
It was not a mistake.
Oh, that's a steak joke, right?
Yeah.
Because of the steak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That joke was medium at best.
I don't know. I think it was exceptionally rare.
No.
Acceptable.
Maybe well done.
Acceptable.
But
definitely not going to make me blue.
That's a 3-pointer.
My thumb's resting right by the buttons, so I'll just do this all night.
So the other gift that I got that I loved was a zero water filter to keep in my office refrigerator, because I need to drink more water.
Staying hydrated. Yeah, staying hydrated is important.
And it's probably the best gift ever. That way I don't have to have bottled water.
Oh yeah. Bottled water is expensive, man.
It is. These zero water filters, we've got the big one that has the spout on the front, out in the kitchen, and then I've got my little pitcher back here in my office.
I was talking about filtered water and shit. I literally drink water that comes out of a hole in the ground.
I used to do that.
That's what a well is. That's all the way. It's just a pump. It's just well water gets a pump, and then it comes right out the tap. There's no filter, no nothing.
Oh, you don't have a softening system?
No, don't need it. The water around here is so soft. It's lovely. It's perfect to bake bread. Perfect.
My grandparents, my brother-in-law, or my stepbrother, and then some of my friends live out near the county line, and their water is so hard that you could beat somebody to death with it. There's so much iron in the water. It is awful.
This is one of those things where you take a shower and the water just beads all over you.
Yeah, because I lived with my grandparents for a few years. I hated taking a shower. I would purposefully, I had a gym membership just so that I could go to the gym and take a shower there because the water was better. And that
Yeah.
says something.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you. Don't blame me at all. I discovered that when I was doing my cross-country trip last year, both times when I was at hotels, I thought that there's got to be some sort of unwritten law in this great land that hotels need to have the hardest water imaginable.
Oh,
Because
so bad.
I never spent a night at a hotel that had soft water. I don't get it either. It's fucking, it's chlorinated. They're obviously treating it.
When I stayed at a DoubleTree, they had filters on the shower heads. Like they had that 18-stage filter on the back side of the shower head.
Really?
Yes, all of the rooms had it.
Okay, back.
But other than that, every hotel I've ever stayed in, awful.
Strange. Yeah, no, I haven't seen one of those devices before. That sounds intriguing to me.
I will share one because I actually bought one for my house.
I'm thinking, can I install this onto a shower head? Can I
Yes,
carry
you
this
can.
with me? And can I put it onto the shower? The hotel ends up billing me because of my amateur plumbing attempt. Just like, yeah, we don't appreciate what you did. To the shower, or to the bed, or the pillows. How did you get the pillows to stick to the ceiling anyway? Just be like, that's part of the magic of hosting me for a night. Feel so 18-stage shower filter upgraded, high output.
And it's
Neat.
universal, so it fits all shower heads.
Mind-blowing.
It's good stuff.
I'm back.
Welcome
Welcome
back. We're still talking about water. Water.
Here's my whole thing. And I heard this the other day. I was watching a YouTube video, and somebody was talking about how their friend was allergic to water. Or something in water.
They're allergic to the fluoride that the government's putting in the tap water.
It's turning the frickin' frogs gay. But I've never heard that before. And it's like, I'm sitting there thinking to myself, how do you exist as a person?
Well, okay, you can't be
Human
allergic.
beings are water.
Right,
Like,
you can't be allergic to
water.
H2O. Yeah, you can't be allergic to
It's
H2O.
something in it.
No, but there's nothing in water. Like,
There's trace shit.
sure, but what I'm saying is that, like, they're not allergic to water. They're allergic to some contaminant in a specific water source. If anything, if they're not making it up entirely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whenever I hear that, it's like, I have to have bottled water because, and not just bottled water. Whenever I hear people, I used to, especially when I was still in school, I was hearing people talk about like various allergies that they had to the most mundane shit, like, oh, I can't eat bread. I just immediately get suspicious. I'm like, is it because you ate bread once and you didn't like it, or you threw up, or it was completely unrelated and you just have decided now that you're allergic to bread? Because gluten allergy is a real thing, it's just extremely rare.
Yeah. My sister-in-law has it, actually. She does have celiac. It's awful.
So yeah, when you have an actual diagnosable, because you can tell, you can do a fucking diagnostic and you can find that shit out. But yeah, no, there are very few things that, as Omega said, it would have to be a contaminant, and it would not be a contaminant that was found in an awful lot of water, because the most popular things that are found in water are what, iron, nickel, copper, magnesium, and all those things are. I don't think you can be allergic to copper. I think that's actually impossible. Magnesium, you need to live. Iron, you need to live. I think the human body does human body use nickel at all? I don't know. I'm a bad doctor.
So
I have a pill for
apparently
that,
there
though.
actually is a water allergy, but it's topical. It's like it's a skin reaction. It's not like an antihistamine, or it's not like a throat closing up anaphylactic reaction.
Gotcha.
That confuses me further because your skin needs moisture.
Well, look it up on Wikipedia. aquagenic urticaria. Urticaria is the fancy word for hives. So basically, some people get hives from water.
The
Very rare.
The I and the K button are all the way over there.
But they're right next to each other. But they're all the way over there.
Yeah. My thumb is right here right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if Leetness has anything interesting to say on this first podcast that we're having of the new year. Leetness?
I would put my penis in it.
That's great.
There you go.
Thank you. Oh, sweet. If I open a new tab, I can just click for Wikipedia. Alright. I was as lazy as humanly possible. I just typed in water allergy. Wikipedia's like, that does not exist, you idiot. I know.
Well, no, that's why you Google water allergy, and then you click the Wikipedia link to aquagenic urticaria.
Oh, slow down there. I'm not that big an internet pro. Oh,
No,
shellfish.
you specialize in 4chan.
I can barely find my way around 4chan.
Yeah, your meme and porn folders, meme and porn hard drives say otherwise.
Yeah, no, that's true. I just dumped all the memes from 2024 from my phone onto my computer, and I am not looking forward to organizing all of those.
Sorting them. We do expect a fair amount of those to be shared.
Yeah, as I'm going through and doing it, yeah, probably. I'm literally talking thousands of files that I'm going to organize into folders, so that I can look at them later.
I have never sorted my memes.
I used to just dump them into my B folder, but then I started like making folders because people would do dumps of like Muppet memes or something. So I'd be like, what if I need to find these Muppet memes quickly at some point? So I dumped them all into a folder. I also have one odd folder. The thumbnail is just a girl in a skirt who has one prosthetic leg, and there's a trapdoor behind her with a horse's head coming out of it.
Well, her name is Eileen, first of all.
Oh.
Acceptable.
Favorite restaurant is IHOP.
I thought her name was Peg.
Oh, good one.
Thank you.
Acceptable.
Yeah, I can't. You don't have. I gotta give you the soundboard too.
No, what you do, Doc, is you put it on the soundboard of the server.
Oh,
on
Discord. Yeah, you're right. Okay.
No, we can't do that because the last time we did that, Fluffy got a hold of it, and he ended up adding a whole bunch of shit.
I fixed that. That was an oversight on my part. I didn't realize that his role had permissions to do that. That was Discord made a change and I didn't recognize it, and so I fixed that. He can't do that anymore. He can't hurt you anymore, Zero.
No, I love Fluffy. I do. He's
very fluffy.
Really, 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 really is pushing me to get PoE 2.
Oh yeah, well, he does that because he secretly hates us all. Oh no. He does that because he cares.
And he wants more friends.
And I will be his friend once the game is free.
I actually wonder how long it's going to be until PoE.
I'd say 6 months. I give it till June.
You think it's going to be that long?
Yeah.
They are. I guess.
March.
I guess they're using this opportunity to balance everything out.
Yep.
Yeah, they're basically doing the first couple of seasons of Diablo 4, just calling it early access.
Yeah. And it's like, yeah, and they you have to pay to participate in it, which is kind of strange. But it's obviously working. Lots of people playing it.
Well, they don't want the servers overloaded. They want enough for a testing bed, essentially a slightly more than normal testing bed. So you put a paywall on it, and it will basically make sure you don't get all the plebs.
So this is
Like
why
Zero.
this is why yeah, right. This is why Wikipedia is going to shit.
Sorry, Zero.
At the top of this article for shellfish, it says not to be confused with selfishness. Shellfish. Or being shellfish. Shellfish coral.
Oh God.
That's what this community has taught me. That's what Leetness has taught me over the past decade, is that if it isn't funny, just repeat it and explain it, and it becomes hilarious.
You have to explain it, because if you don't explain it, the joke loses all flavor.
Right. It's only funny when you explain.
What makes his jokes even better is even when he's telling them through text, he explains them, and they get that much funnier. He doesn't even have to be speaking.
It's true.
Which is why I love the Leetness.
The man is a master of comedy.
And I have to say this, and I told Omega this the other day, and I felt terrible about it. The day that because I still feel bad about it. The other day when all of that happened, the other day when all that happened down in Louisiana, the first thing I thought to do was message and find out if Leetness was okay. And I have family that lives in New Orleans, and I didn't message until 5 o'clock in the afternoon to see if they were okay.
Oh God, you thought Leetness was on your family?
Awful.
Oh, by the way, I hope you guys are okay too.
Yeah, no, I messaged my uncle and I was like, is everybody okay?
Are these the rabidly conservative relatives that you have?
No. These are, this is my stepdad's niece and nieces and nephew.
Ah.
And his uncle, who is a piece of shit. He used to do my mom and stepdad's taxes for a long time, and because my stepdad works for the railroad, the taxes, to do taxes for a railroad employee is damn near impossible.
Oh God, they probably have to file in all the states.
Oh, he only files in Virginia, but
good.
it is like I think they paid it was like $300 or $400 a year just to file taxes. That's how complicated they were. Jeez. And it was such a thing. He fucked them up for like 7 or 8 years, and then my mom and stepdad got audited and ended up owing the government like $7 or $8 grand.
Oh, jeez.
So he sued my uncle and H&R Block because it wasn't done properly.
Oh, wow.
And won.
Yeah, I bet.
Good Lord.
You never want to owe the IRS. That is a position you do not want to be in. Oh, no.
That's how they got Capone.
Yep.
It's my favorite story of all time. How the most dangerous gangster of history, the most notorious gangster in history, was taken down because back taxes.
And then he died insane from syphilis.
Yep.
People don't remember that part of the story. Everybody's all like, "Oh yeah, they never got it for the booze or the gang shit. It was all taxes." It's like, and he also had syphilis and went crazy.
The other story that they tell is that he's responsible for expiration dates on milk, but that story is actually not true.
I never heard that one.
Supposedly, he had a niece who wound up in the hospital because she drank expired milk, and you can have some pretty serious bacteria growing in milk that's old.
Oh yeah.
So that's definitely possible. But then the story goes on that he went to lobby the city or the state to start putting expiration dates on milk so that people wouldn't drink expired milk. That story is incorrect. The actual story behind expiration dates on milk is much more boring, and it's part of a regulatory process from the company that or the organization that preceded the USDA. So just a little correction and some stupid trivia there. I told you something that wasn't true so that you can remember that it wasn't true. Yeah, it was a conspiracy by Big Milk to sell more toilet.
Yeah, that's probably why I've heard the advice that if you're going to commit crimes, at least file your taxes and pay the government, because at the very least then they won't come at you that way.
It's like if you're going to do drugs... I never found out whether or not this was actually true, but when Omega and I were in college, we heard this, that you could actually have legal marijuana in the United States, but you had to show up to some federal division in Washington, and you had to pay for a stamp, and you had to present your marijuana in order to get a stamp for it. And the catch-22 was that once you walked in there and you had marijuana and it didn't have a stamp, they would arrest you. I never found out if there was actually any truth to that, but I doubt it.
I mean, if I remember correctly, that is how they made weed illegal.
There are plenty of stamp taxes. Yeah, there's plenty of stamp taxes for plenty of stuff in the United States. That much is true.
Yeah, like
Marijuana Tax Act of 1937 placed a tax on the sale of cannabis. Let's see.
I seem to remember, didn't we rebel against Britain for some of these stamps things?
Yeah, yeah. It's great.
Yeah. Wasn't that the case?
It's great.
Sorry.
Yeah, we celebrate the 4th of July by paying tax on fireworks so that we can celebrate the day that we stop paying taxes. Yeah, we have a great thing going on. I think our country's in a great spot.
Well, it's like everybody talks about how you can't own a people are pissed off you can't own an automatic rifle. No, you can own an automatic rifle.
Yeah.
You just have to pay a massive tax stamp to the ATF.
Oh,
That's
you can
all.
in this state, in Massachusetts at least, you can own a fully automatic rifle, but it needs to have been made before I think 1967. So if you've got a gun, if you have an Uzi that was made in the 1960s, early 1960s, yeah, you can have a full auto weapon in Massachusetts. I don't think it's got to be expensive to buy it in the first place. I don't know if you have to pay anything additional to the ATF.
Ooh, Hulk Hogan is getting booed out of the fucking building right now. Jeez.
What the fuck is Hulk Hogan doing?
He's just talking, but God, he's getting booed.
What event is why? My question
Monday
is
Night Raw.
why is anyone paying attention to Hulk Hogan? Okay, they invited him on Monday Night Raw. Jeez.
It's their
For the
first Netflix episode, so it's like a big fucking deal. Like The Rock was here.
Oh.
John Cena, yeah.
Everybody is coming through.
Yeah.
So Hulk Hogan is having some difficulties because he's horribly racist and also a massive
gigantic piece of shit.
Dude, I feel bad.
It's also he's in LA and he came out and supported Trump. So he's kind of not in the right area.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, everybody's entitled to their own stupid opinions. Just look at me.
Yeah.
That was such a bad promo.
It was awful.
And what's the name of the dude behind him with the flag?
Jimmy Hart.
Jimmy Hart? Yeah.
Mouth of the
I
South.
haven't seen him in 45 years. Jesus Christ. What fucking heroin den did they find him in?
He actually runs a fairly successful restaurant in Florida down the street from Hulk Hogan's surf shop.
Oh, Jesus.
Is that a restaurant?
What? The surf shop?
Sorry. Yeah, that's
No, it's an actual
bad.
surf shop.
Or wait, it's 10:30. We need to do a post show. Good night, everybody. Thank you for coming along, everybody. Twitch chat, blah blah blah. Penis. Fuck Putin. Fuck Winnie the Pooh. Fuck Hershey. Fuck Nestle. Fuck Linus Tech Tips. Fuck Elon. Fuck Vince McMahon. And fuck NZXT. And yeah.
Oh, gosh.
There you go. Same time, same place next week. Penis. The post show starts now.